Welcome back to Bleach Anime Review, episode number 27. We're discussing the 16th episode of Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War, which is also the 382nd episode of the series. This episode is called the Fundamental Virulence. It covers the entirety of chapters 552 to 554 and pages 8 and 9. Now, we do resolve one minor plot thread here, which we'll get to that. So, episode picks up where we left off last time, where Keitsuke has found out that, or Howard found out that, we actually recovered the Bankai. Yes, and of course, Rikusuke is like, he's happy to hear that, but how did you get a communication device in my clothing? And it's like, after chat follows, like, comes to me and hangs up, and he comes to one of the gate things, which is so funny. Yep, we also see that various former headquarters, a lot of these barracks are in ruins, and we see the current captain of Squad 4 just healing up her healing us people. And of course, so then, like, okay, so how you do this research, the Department of Research and Development is not exactly working, but your private lab is working. And he's like, he comments on basically finding out about how the Quincy's got there. Good job on that part. So they decided to use Kutsuki's lab. And of course, basically, it's all about these black pills. Give it to any captain lieutenant, or anybody who can use Bankai. Pretty much basically, and anybody who can just, either who has it stolen, can get back right away. We see in the case of Soifun, where she basically eliminates the robot she's been dealing with the past couple episodes. Yeah, basically, her lieutenant picks her up, because she's very light, holds her and basically just puts that in her hand, gets her Bankai back, and she easily eliminates him. In the case of Toshiro, he just basically, after he gets back his Bankai, he proceeds to eliminate the guy. He beats the guy who took his Bankai. And by the way, he also apparently, it's off screen, he apparently wounded Rangiku. Stabbed her in the throat. It's not confirmed if she's dead or not. And of course, basically, he's trying to get to her afterwards. He collapses. So Shui, the current captain of Squad 5, I believe it's Squad 5. Squad 5. Where he basically, because he able to use his Bankai, no problem. So he eliminates the Quincy's really easily. They're there. But apparently his Bankai is to have them turn on each other. Yep. Thinking, okay. And of course you have one of the girls looking for, the dog, who comes in wearing armor. First time he's worn that since season frickin' 2. You're looking for Sajin, of course, you finally comes in armor. Do not know, at this point, you're probably thinking, why is wearing armor? Well, there's a reason to explain that later. And of course, Sosui takes her on, but we're not done yet. We also see Ikaku, Sosui, and I don't remember the other, the one who was the pretty boy of the group. They meet each other, and of course, about the masked man. Oh yeah, and I just noticed over this episode, Ikaku was voiced by Todd Heppercorn. Now, unlike the other ones Garrett plays, this is fine. At least there's a reason for it. Because Victim got fired because of sexual harassment law stuff. Yes, can you believe Ikaku's original voice actor was Vic Manoia, the guy accused of sexual harassment, even though it was never proven was true or not? Yeah, was never proven. People accused him of it, and his crew got ruined because of it. So they're basically replacing all the roles. It's not surprising that basically Todd Heppercorn placed him this character, but at least it's not Johnny on Bosch, because Johnny on Bosch has done it twice, where a character previously voiced by Vic Manoia gets taken over by him. I at least gotta praise him for that. Viz Media does something different, not like where Funimation / Crunchyroll, like, okay, so we can't use Vic Manoia, we bring his character, but we can't use Vic, bring in Johnny. Happened with Broly and happened with like one other character I can think of. Todd, this is actually his not first forte into Bleach, because he did voice the character who appeared in the previous story arc of the series. It's technically the Fullbringer arc. In the anime, referred to as the Lost Agent arc. I have briefly talked to Todd about this. He does not remember voicing his character, but it is him. It's a character whose ability is Jackpot. Yeah, you can look up. It is clearly him. It's definitely his character. But he does not remember doing this character at all. If you ask him about it, he will not bring it up probably because, here's the thing, it's been almost 10 years, so I'm sure for him, he probably is happy to be on Bleach again. But I wonder how he feels taking over characters previously voiced by Vic Mignola. My guess is he must have got his blessing to play this character, because clearly, like any character produced by Vic, basically has to be replaced by a different voice actor because of that got fired. It's interesting the fact that Viz Media decided to let him go too, but currently he's doing a different studio now. So, in the case of this particular episode, like, they're going to Masked Man, they do like we're going to do a 3-on-1 handicap match. Like, we'll do a chain match too, which that is an actual wrestling match, by the way. Yep. Yeah, and of course, Yao Reach basically gets informed that the Bankai has been restored, so he activates this special bill. Oh, by the way, how is explained how they would recover it? Apparently, the Quincy's could not steal the Irankar's Resurrection because they're afraid of hollows because their abilities are poisonous to them. Yes, seriously. So, the Bankais are temporarily hollowified in order to get them back. Which, brilliant move on Keithskate's part. Yep. Yeah. And the episode ends basically with a big upgrade for the Quincy's. Which is, let's see, what is the name of this ability? Volstang. But we're not done yet with this episode. Oh no. We then see Ichigo. By the way, it seems, the one thing I've noticed though, the last 2 episodes, it seems like his stuff is complete anime original. It is not from the manga. Probably because he was absent during this period of time. During these chapters. And I guess that this is probably a pair-up mandate. We gotta feature Ichigo. Gotta feature him. And yes, Johnny the Bosch is in the episode. So that's probably the reason why Johnny's not doing Ikaku, because basically he's doing Ichigo. Obviously. So we see with the going through this pathway keeps getting forward. There's like a bit of gravity, and then he gets a vision of the Soul King. Yes. If you're thinking, is this the actual king from the manga? Yes, this is what he looks like. It's going to be quite interesting when they actually feature him fully in the actual full debut. This is just a cameo. It's just basically teasing his debut. The Soul King has been mentioned a few times in this very arc. But here's the strange thing about the Soul King. Prior to this story arc, the Soul King was never mentioned. Squad Zero has been mentioned once in a flashback story arc, but the Soul King himself never mentioned before. It's like, oh, we have the King of the Soul Society, the Soul King. Okay, I think he may have mentioned once or twice, maybe, but we know what it looked like. It's almost like you could say the anime is pulling stuff out of his rear end with stuff like this, but the manga was doing this too, so can't blame him for that. But yeah, this was a good episode, and if you're really curious though, we're only 3 episodes into this set of episodes in this current core. Because I think this is supposed to be about 13 episodes again. So we're roughly 3 in, so we have 10 left. But here's the thing. By the end of this very month, it'll be reduced down from, I think it's 6 down to basically, actually it's 5. I think it'll be down to about 2 by the end of the month, at least by this point in September, because Martial Magic and Muscles wrap up in just a couple weeks. Eden Zero, I think as of this week, it's got about 4 more to go, and that'll be pretty much done. And I think like not long, actually it is 6 because Mushoku Tensei too. So I'd say by this point next month, I'm probably down to about 3 or 4 anime left. Just basically Bleach, Case Closed, One Piece, and Mushoku Tensei. Presumably, yes. But yeah, that's pretty much a particular view. Next up will be Bleach. Just going to do Boruto, but after I do Boruto, I was gonna do a comic corner, but I think if we're gonna after I do Boruto, I'm gonna go straight to One Piece. Okay, next video. Bye.